Hello, it's me again. Let me tell you a story about a snafu just recently happened to me. It involves me, crazy homeless guy, an angry white man, and the police. I call this story Crackhead Snafu. So there I am, early morning, being the good citizen I am, off to work. For those of you that know me, you know that I live in what some people might call a shady urban neighborhood. Now it's about 7 o'clock in the morning before the sun comes up, and I'm off to work. I step outside my apartment complex, and I see this guy. It's a homeless guy, backpack, he's walking, and he's like muttering some nonsense to himself, I see. But while he's doing it, he's staring at me, and he begins to mutter some nonsense to me as well. I see him, and I don't take my eyes off of him because, let's be honest, black guy, backpack, hood. I don't mean to profile. If he was a white guy doing this, I would have just as equally been alarmed. And while he's muttering, he stops and looks at me.
The only thing I definitely want to point out is that mental health in the black community is apparently an even bigger issue than I thought.
Then he starts to get loud. Hey, bitch ass, hey. After I see this, I quickly fumble my keys around and get in my car as fast as I can. But nope, that wasn't enough to deter the situation. This guy comes at me. What, you bitch ass, you think I'm gonna rob you? He runs up to the side of my car. I'm like, oh fuck. Give me your money, nigga. I didn't know if he had a gun or not. It was so dark. You're reaching in your coat pocket. You're running up to me. I could have fucking killed you, man. Turns out there was no pistol. But still, doing that, running up to somebody and doing this, giving your money in the dark, hood on. He's on my left side, right? He's running up to my left side. Give me your money. Okay? I freak the fuck out. I immediately try to ram this guy. I try to run his ass over. At the very least, sideswipe him. Pow, knock him back. Just boop. Just nothing to kill him. Just to boop, get back. I skirt out. Whip the car around. Try to hit him. But when I whip the car around, it catches the car next to me. So I skirt out. Pow! My bumper breaks off. I'm like, fuck. Now I'm going to be late for work. And meanwhile, this guy's like, you bitch ass nigga, yeah, you bitch ass nigga. He's like, blah, blah, blah. So I get out my car and I pull out my pistol. Get the fuck back, bro. But meanwhile, he's still walking at me. Get the fuck back, bro. I don't want to shoot you, bro. Get back. He's like, blah, blah. And he goes running off. But I'm like, hey, wait a minute. I can't let this guy get away. You just fucked up my shit. What are you, just going to fuck up my shit and scurry out of my life? No, I can't have this. I get back in my car and cruise up behind this dude while he's walking around the alley. Hey, get back here. He's like, blah, 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 in the alley, like, stomping up and down. I can see somebody else in the car in the alley that he's fucking with, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's just, like, going on a rampage. Then he turns his attention back at me. And I'm like, oh, shit. I didn't think this through. So he's coming back at me, so I back up. There's a parking lot across the street from our apartment parking lot. So he goes over there, and I see him, and he picks up a giant rock. There's, like, a pay booth, made of glass. And he goes over, smashes that. He's like wilding. He's like wilding the fuck out. I'm like, holy shit. 911. I'm like, there's a crazy crackhead smashing shit up. Get over here. They're like, what's your location? Blah, blah, blah. Over here now. They're like, okay, it's gonna take, I don't know how long to get there. Meanwhile, this guy's coming. He comes back around with this giant rock over his head. I'm like, oh shit. They're like, sir, run away from the man. I'm like, I'm not running away so he can smash my shit up. Get back away from my car. Back the fuck up, bro. He gets mad. He's like, you bitch. He's like 7 feet in front of me. They're like, run away. Whatever you do not shoot him. Just run away. Excuse me, officer. This is a stand your ground state. I'm not gonna run away and let him smash up my car, okay? If he wants to run at me with a giant rock, so be it. I mean, I really don't want to kill anybody. I really don't. But I was about to blow that man away that day. Woo! Any closer, man. I'm not gonna really. I'm just gonna let you walk up and smash my shit, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god! Oh no, my car! What am I to do? Like, no, that's how I make my fucking livings. I'm gonna get around. I ain't got good insurance. I ain't got that Donald Trump money. I'm on the phone. Back the fuck up. Should I shoot him? Should I shoot him? Should I shoot him? He's coming at me. They're like, no, run. I'm like, I'm not running. And he's just like, "Argh," and he gets mad and like retreats again. So he throws the rock down on the ground and goes back across the parking lot. I see him pry off a rusty pipe off the side of the building and he comes back. But I see him turn his attention to the person in the alley that he's fucking with. So he goes back down there. They're like, what's his description? I don't know, black, hood, type of person y'all might like to shoot. Please come shoot him fast. He must be like, sounds like he's smashing up somebody's car. So then I hear the sound of this other dude. Hey, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck you doing? So the homeless dude comes out the alley swinging the pipe around. I'm like, oh, he's wilding. So now the person in the alley comes out and it's a white dude, bald cap. He's like, what the fuck, bro? And the homeless dude's like, you a bitch ass nigga. And he's like coming at him with a pipe. And the dude's like, what? Clack-clow. He pops off 2 shots. Clack-clow, clack-clow. Just the way he does it though, it was so robotic though. It was like he had his arm straight out. He's just like, clack-clow, clack-clow. I'm like, oh fuck, send help now. Oh, Jesus. And I get down behind somebody else's car because I'm not going to use my own car for a backstop. I'm just imagining what this dispatch phone call must look like. You hear, pow, pow. Oh, Jesus, white dude shooting. White dude shooting. Help. Oh, fuck. Oh, I hurt my knee getting down. Oh, help. Oh, what the fuck? Send somebody. Sir, I'm going to need you to calm down. Sir, what's going on? Sir. So after this white dude, he pops off his shots. Then he looks at me. Then I'm like, oh, fuck. He's like, you want some too? I'm like, oh, no. And I start running, and I start creeping behind other cars. Oh, shit. Help. So I look back up. The dude's retreated back to the alley. And the homeless dude comes around back at me. He's like, motherfucker, did you see him shoot at me? I'm like, yeah, get the fuck down. What are you walking at him for? Get take cover, bitch. He's like, nah, this bitch-ass motherfucker. And so the homeless dude marches back to the alley. I'm like, this motherfucker's trying to, I'm like, y'all better send somebody. And so that's when I hear, hey, rah, 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 rah. And they come up. There's a big-ass buff black cop just like, hey, y'all, get back. Hey, you get over there. Be quiet. Everybody settle down. And I'm just like, whoo. Thank goodness. All right, should I stay on the phone with y'all so this guy knows that I'm the one that called and doesn't shoot me too? So the cop sees me. I start waving him down. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? The homeless guy's like, hey, bro, tell him how he shot at me, bro. I'm like, oh, he's like, tell him everything, bro. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face. Talk to me. I'm like, bitch, I'm not on your fucking team right now. What are you talking about? Like, look at my car. Jesus. I tell the cop, like, this is what happened. He did this. He did that. That white dude's got a gun. He's like, hey, I'm a convicted felon. I can't hold no gun, so I don't know. I didn't shoot nothing. I don't even have a gun. Like, what are you talking about? Meanwhile, the homeless dude's like, hey, he fired at me. He fired a gun. They're like, he's got a gun. And they're like, tell the truth, he's got a gun. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I'm going to level with you, officer. I mean, I don't want to implicate this man. He was just defending himself, even though he pointed the gun at me. But he fired 2 shots. And the cop's like, and he marches over. He's like, you got a gun? But, you know, he passed the gun off on his old lady or something like that. So he got off scot-free. They're not worried about him. They're just worried about the homeless dude wreaking havoc. So, yeah. Criminal justice system. That's just how it works. Anyways, the white dude's giving his story. He's like, this guy just fucked up my shit. And I just seen the dude with the mohawk. Assumed they were together. I just assumed they both were in on it because darkies like to stick together. So, meanwhile, it's freezing. I'm just over there with my hoodie. I'm just, and it was cold too. So I'm standing there shivering while this dude's giving his story to the cop. Meanwhile, they put the homeless dude in handcuffs. He's like, no. He's like, no. Why are they locking him up? No, it wasn't me, bro. No. Tell him he shot at me. They got cameras all over this place. No, they don't. There's no cameras. What are you talking about? Then he's like, no, bro. The only reason why I came at you was I thought you were the people trying to kill me. I'm like, oh my goodness, you have no people. Shut the fuck up. Nobody knows you. You're a nobody. Get out of here. What I want to do is give him that Frank Underwood from House of Cards. You know what I mean?
Nobody can hear you. Nobody cares about you. Nothing will come of this.
So while they put him in the back of the squad car, they're questioning the white dude and his girlfriend. And that's when the neighbors come out and start poking their heads around. My neighbor comes out, young white lady in her 30s. She's like, oh my goodness, what happened? I heard shooting. You know, during the whole scuffle, I hit your car. She's like, nope, no damage. Well, anyways, ta-ta. Off to work I go. And she just drives off. So I'm like, whatever. And meanwhile, while that's going on, I'll call my dad. He eventually shows up. She's like, what the hell happened, son? Is the car fine? The car. I'm like, no, I'm fine too, Dad. You know. Another officer comes up. He's like, so what happened? So I tell him my story too. I'm like, I got a gun too. And he's like, gun! Pow, pow, pow. And I'm playing. So I'm like, I got a gun. And he's like, well, okay, where's it at? He grabs it. I'm like, careful. One in the chamber. He's like, cha-cha-cha. He's like, I'll be right back with this. And he goes off while they're talking about whatever, getting stories, witnesses, I don't know. And so my dad's like, damn, it's cold. We've been waiting a long time. Go get your gun back and let's get out of here. So I get my gun. I'm like, is this going to take long? You hit somebody's car, insurance? I'm like, nah, she just drove off. She doesn't give a damn. And I don't give a damn. So they're like, all right, here's a gun. We're going to take this guy off. Have a nice day. I guess the moral to the story is never bring a rock to a gunfight.